You don't have to be from the past to dress like it. Our goal at Virtually Vintage is to offer the worldwide population the chance to buy or sell anything vintage in a convenient and effective way. The objectives of Virtually Vintage are as follows: create a lasting brand identity, create a unique online experience, have loyal returning customers, expand the site and offer a service to exchange other vintage goods such as instruments, furniture and cars, and to finally operate in 30 countries. Virtually Vintage is an online auction site for potential consumers to buy and sell vintage clothing. The company aims to offer a unique service that specialises in vintage with the option of having clothes cleaned once purchased. We aim to cut out the problems of vintage clothes shopping, which are as follows: it's time consuming, overpriced and hard to locate items.
At Virtually Vintage, we carried out an array of different types of market research, mainly primary and secondary research. When it comes to primary research, we carried out interviews, mainly with staff and vintage shops, to be able to understand their needs and the consumers' needs. We also carried out surveys on the customers themselves to understand what they want from a vintage auction site. When it came to secondary research, we thought it would be relevant to understand the market we're entering in, so we found out certain statistics, as we found out in the UK that the online retailing industry is worth 700 billion, and by the year 2012 it's going to grow 6%. Although there are no direct evidence to find statistics relating to vintage, as of course it is a niche, there is the importance of it in the market at this time, as there's a high presence of shops, which we'll cover in the competition later. Overall, in relation to the Ansoff matrix, we're opening a new product into a new market as we are diversifying, which carries a high risk, which is why I have to make sure our research is quite extensive and accurate.
The segment of the market that we will be targeting is primarily 18 to 25-year-old females who tend to use online shopping on a weekly basis. A lot of the people within this age bracket are likely to be students who enjoy socialising with friends, as well as taking an interest in social networks such as Facebook and Twitter. Although this is our market, males will be using the site also, as many people are interested in online shopping. We also have a potential market for many who just like vintage clothing, or people who just want a quick buy, but the main market is addressed, which means we will market the site suitable to both genders. Virtually Vintage has two types of competition. The first is physical stores, and these are represented as cow vintage boutiques. The second competitor for us is other virtual online sites, eBay, ASOS, Marketing Place being the current leaders. The fashion industry is heavily competitive as the likes of Primark, River Island, the Arcadia Group, G-Star, Levi's and many more dominate and influence and maintain a tight grip on the market. The competition that will directly affect Virtually Vintage will not necessarily be these groups, it will be the actual vintage shops themselves and the virtual shops such as ASOS Marketplace, eBay and Oxfam Online.
During the implementation of our service, we considered the use of the marketing mix in relation to the 7 Ps. The first P we used was price. As a service, we will compete with the likes of eBay and ASOS Marketplace, as we will take a 10% commission of items sold. We will also follow penetration pricing, as at the start of our venture, we will offer a low percent of 10%. However, during the time and popularity of our service, we will rise to 15%. When it comes to promotion of Virtual Vintage, we will put adverts in magazines appealing to our target market, as you can see from this video. We will also put in promotional videos online, which can also be seen from our report. We will offer other incentives such as 20% off items bought when you list or buy 25 items, and we'll also have activities over the weekend for free dry cleaning. When it comes to place for our P, we will have a high presence online with also social media sites such as Twitter, Facebook and also music magazines. We also sponsor music events and local nights out, which again appeal to the target market. We will boost the fact that we're online and it's a thriving industry, as reports suggest that £288 billion were spent online during transactions in 2011, according to BBC News. We can only act on this.
This diagram shows that Virtually Vintage aims to make $73,500 across the first 12 months of trading. Advertisement is budgeted at $12,000 for this year. One of our short-term objectives is to break even, which we do after 3 months. 10% of all online transactions go through eBay and 10% ASOS Marketplace. After year 1, Virtually Vintage hope to achieve a small percentage of this market share. This diagram shows there is a place on the positioning map for a service that not only provides a user-friendly website, but also lower prices.
The SWOT analysis portrays the business's strength of low budgeting, although a weakness is the limited capital to be spent on marketing.